Uh, Hi everybody. Thanks for joining us today. And this is the demo day. And I am Ali, the overseas community manager at ChainIDE. So today we will be inviting all the participants of the project competition, and they will give a live demo. And in the end, we will invite Mr. Ahis from Conflux Network, and he will be announcing the winners of this Hydra Developer Bootcamp, and he will be like giving a closing ceremony. So we will be starting with inviting the teams for the project competition. So first of all, I would like to invite the quarter finance team to present their topic. Yeah, the quarter finance team may start their topic.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so can I start now?
Yeah, you can start now.
Okay, all right, thank you. Hi, everyone. My name is Isaac, and I'm team leader for the quarter finance team. Today I'm here to present to you our projects we built during this hackathon. Okay. I'll be sharing my screen now. Okay. So can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen, and maybe
Okay.
you can increase your voice a little
Okay.
louder. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I think I can't increase it more than this. Okay.
Okay.
First of all, I would like to appreciate everyone for giving us the opportunity and all the team members of Conflux and ChainIDE. Thank you very much. So now, what we are building, our team name is Quarter Finance, and our website can be seen from the slide here. And yeah, these are the names of our team members: Goswill, myself, Isaac. I'm the smart contract developer, and we have Shewa, who is the UI UX designer, then Rex, the front end, then Joe, a front end guy. So the next slide, I think, sorry, I just do a slideshow now. Okay. All right. Sorry guys, I'm having a hard time. Okay. All right. Okay, the third, this our products, and the name of our product is Quarter Finance. And what is Quarter Finance? Quarter Finance introduces a new paradigm to an existing scheme of lending and borrowing culture of the Africans, and it removes the existing barriers and make it accessible globally. Usually, it involves two or more people coming together to form a group for the purpose of raising funds by peer contribution and does not involve paying interest. So, on Quarter Finance really actually deals with lending and borrowing without paying interest, and that's not only what you can do on Quarter Finance. You can also invest idle funds and also participate in the governance protocol on the platform. So what are the problems that we are solving? Number one, trust issues among participants. The absconders in this scheme, a lot of people, there's a group of people in the African community that come together to raise funds among themselves and just to finance other personal projects or some other things they want to do. So they come together to raise money, and based on trust, I know you, you know me. So that is the major problem in this scheme, is that They cannot trust one another, and they have to just do it based on luck sometimes. So this issue does not make this scheme to grow over time. So we did realize this, and we like, okay, we are going to do this and digitalize it and make it accessible globally. So number two, absconders. Many people join this scheme because they want to run away with people's fund. So that is one of the problem. Number three, it's limited by locality. It can only be the group of people within a local area or within a community that can participate in it. It cannot extend beyond that locality. But we are trying to solve that. There's sometimes obtaining loan with interest is bad for the business. Savings are not maximized. Many people, they save their money. In fact, an average Africans or Nigerians save at least 100 naira per day. So most of these people, they save it either with their friends or with some microfinance that really does not give them any return on these funds. They're increasing inflation rates that devalues savings. Most people save their funds and their money, and over time the value decreases because inflation index grows all the time. And by what if you save $100 today, in the next 1 month, and before you know, the worth of that $100 will come back to like $70 or $80. So that is one of the problems. Then increasing poverty index. So what are the use cases of quarter digesu? Lending and borrowing without interest. Then you can maximize your savings by investing in digesu PPR, public permissionless robots. Then can participate in decision making through digesu's decentralized autonomous community. What is the trade-off? Why? Many people ask us that, why don't you have to pay interest? Then what is the essence of this scheme? It's because in this scheme, all the participants are borrowers, and at the same time they are lenders. So there is a mutual benefit among them, as in all of them are borrowers while all of them are lenders at the same time. So there is not really any special benefit that has to accrue. That is the reason there is the element, the interest element was not involved. So our solution, what is our solution? We are leveraging on the blockchain Web3 solutions to remove the need for trust, install safety, then to be able to expand. Why we digitalize it, we expand it and make it accessible globally. Anyone around the world with an internet access can be able to use this application. Then we are creating a permissionless platform to invest idle funds. Instead of keeping your idle funds somewhere, you can invest in a platform and also make more profits. Then we also have a Web2, Web3 solutions for all of these. The next slide. Quarter Finance will integrate a token that will be used throughout the platform, but not limited to the following. Our token give access to its holders to all our products. Then it's used as a governance on the platform. Then it rewards, we use it to reward special participation in the ecosystem. And it will also be used as a collateral denomination across all bands. A band is just an aspect of the YESU. So the technology that we use, we leverage blockchain technology and use smart contracts by design for our backend. Since gas cost is an important factor to consider while designing robust smart contract, and based on the problem we are solving, we require a platform that encourages cheaper transaction fees, fast, scalable, and accommodate the number of users we anticipate in the future. Even if there is congestion and compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine, since our smart contracts are written in Solidity. And this is why we research on and leverage on Conflux and use a ChainIDE for our smart contracts. So how we use ChainIDE and Conflux? We use ChainIDEs to develop, compile, and debug our contracts, and that saves us time and reduce error to the barest minimum. Then we deployed our contracts using the CLI to Conflux. So these are the deployment info. Right now, our product is live on the Conflux Place testnet. So these are the details, deployment details, the address, and all of this. Then we have a community for this project already, and these are our social pages. So thank you. And right now I'm going to show us how to interact with quota DJSU. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, you may continue.
Yes, I hear you.
All right, thank you. So now this is our website. This is the application website, app.quota.finance. So I quickly show us how we can interact with this application. Everything I just explained, we have built one of the products, which is the DJSU, the lending and borrowing aspect of DJSU. So quickly, when you get to the website, you need to have MetaMask installed on your browser before you can interact with this application. And this, if you look at here, you can see that we have 3 categories. This is the finance. The finance allows you to participate in the lending and borrowing aspect of the DJSU. Then the invest aspect allows you to invest your idle funds or some money you want to keep somewhere without doing anything. You invest it by participating in different investment parts of the DJSU, such as taking and all of that. Then the governance aspect is also included. So we have a video here that introduces our products to the users. You can quickly watch this video to know how to interact with Quota DJSU. So I'm going to connect my wallet right now. So we wait for MetaMask to show us notification, a way to approve this request. So I'm going to approve now. And you can see I'm in already. So it's asking me to approve connection to my account. I think, okay, yeah. All right, so I'm in now. This is the UI user interface for Quota DJSU. And you can see from here, in the finance section. This section allows you the participants of DJSU to be able to create a community. Our community, we call it a band. So in the band, anyone can come here and create a community or a band to raise funds between in fact anywhere around the world. So you can launch either a public band, or a private community. So when you launch a public community, it allows anyone from around the world to join your community. Then you can specify the amount of fund you want to raise while you are setting up. So I'm going to quickly create a public. Well, before I do that, it's very important to know that I am connected to the Conflux blockchain. You can see on the top right corner here, I'm connected. Let me show my account here. You can see the account I'm using now. Okay. So I'm going to create a band for this. Now, so ES asking us how many members we are expecting in this community I want to create. So I'm expecting 3 people to join this community because I want to raise, let me say, I want to raise hundreds of CFX. So, and I want 3 people to join my community and raise this fund with me. So I'm going to specify the unit funding. If you are divided by 3, let's say, for instance, I want to create 9 CFX. So I'm going to put 3 CFX as a unit contribution. Then the duration and the important aspect of DJSU is that it is for a short period of time. You cannot exceed 255 days. So the maximum time you can borrow any one fund from the pool is 255 days. So it's always it's always good to set the duration to a very bare minimum. So I'm going to set it to 2 days. Then the collateral multiplier. The collateral multiplier is a way you will try to solve the existing problems where people run away with people's money. So here we introduce a collateral system. So you have to have the platform token, which is QFT. When you have it in your wallet, the platform token, the contract knows that you have it, and it will be able to check whether you have this token in your wallet. Then you'll be able to get finance, from this pool. So the collateral index has to be above 100. So I'm going to put 150 now. 150 means 1.5 times the total amount in this pool. So I'm going to transact. Okay, it's asking me to approve, so I'm going to approve that now. So we'll wait for transaction to be. You can see on the left hand side, the notification is showing me that, okay, it's very fast. So this is one of the reasons we chose Conflux blockchain, because transactions are pretty very fast. So there is no really delay. So as soon as I create this band now, you can see this is band 17 here. So I have to refresh because network is a bit bad from my hand. I have to refresh it from here. Then I can see the new. Can see the, okay, I think it's okay. It's updated already. So you can see now, this is the amount, 3 CFX, and this is the you can see from here. Okay, this contributors. I'm expecting 3 people to join this this scheme, and this is the unit amount, which is equivalent to 3 CFX. And currently I have one participant which is myself in this pool, and you can see the status say it is public, so anybody can join this pool. And that is how to create a band. And here you can quickly see information about this pool by expanding this section. You can see now it's showing me my position. I'm the first person in this pool, and it says other information are also there. So but right now I cannot get finance. You can see on the left hand there, this place is blocked out because I cannot get finance now, because the quorum for this pool is yet to complete. So I'm quickly going to switch an account. Hope I'm not wasting my time. Okay, right, I'm going to switch my account now. Okay, so I'm going to use this second account to join that pool I just created. Okay, you can see now I'll refresh so that it will update for me. Okay, all right. So going to close this. So you can see band 19. So now it's showing that I can join this community. I'm going to join because right now I also want to raise some money. So I'm going to join this community to raise this money. I'm going to transact. Okay, we wait for transaction to be confirmed on the network. And this is running on Conflux blockchain as I'm speaking, on Conflux space testnet. So the product is live for testing. Anybody can test this product. Will be very happy if you do. Then right now I'm going to refresh because okay, refresh. And you can see now that it's updated for me. Okay, it's updated for me. And okay, now I need one more person, to join this community before it can be moved to the closed session. But instead of that, I'll quickly see if there is available community that can quickly join. Okay, I think this community is 2. Then I can join this community, that is band 14. I can join this community. I want to show us how it works. Okay, so please note the band number, which is band ID, which is 14. As soon as I'm going to refresh, then this band will be moved to the closed session. You can see now it's out of here. You can't find this. So when you go to the closed session, then you find the band there. You can see. So when I expand this now, it will show me, it will give me the opportunity to get finance. That means the amount of people required to form a quorum is achieved already. So that means the fund is available to the first person to pick up and use it. So you can use this fund to either trade or do anything, and then you can return it when the time comes. Then you can see from this swap I have 2,500 KFT in my wallet, so I can be able to get finance, but it will not be available for me because I'm not the first person. But at the same time, any members of this community can simply call this function get finance, but fund will be sent to the right person on the queue, which is the first person to join the pool. Yeah. Okay, that's about that. So you can see from here, and if you check my balance, check my balance, I'm having 241 CFS now. So, but this is not the right account because the fund will be sent to the first person, and this is the first account that joined. And let's check, the fund is sent here. So if I check my CFS balance, you will see that it has been reduced. You can see from here now it has been reduced. So that's pretty much how it works. Then the same process is used to launch a private band, but there is a difference there. The difference is that I am launching this band because I have a set of friends or community or relatives I want to raise money with, but I cannot trust them because they may not pay my money back. But a lot of people, you borrow them fund that they don't want to pay back. But instead of that, you don't have to worry. Just come to the DSU, then you just set up. You only get the addresses. You copy the addresses and put here. This is just what you do. You get the addresses. Let's assume that I have my friend address. Okay, I think
Mr. Asik, sorry to interrupt you. Would you please finish it quickly? Because we have other teams also. Yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. So I think it works the same way, except the fact that you just paste your friends' addresses here. Any amount of addresses, people you want to join, just print and set the same way you set for the public section. So and that's all about that. Then every other thing in here, helps you to know much about Kota the issue for now. So that's all about from my end. So thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, thank you so much for the very clear explanation of your project, and it solves many problems such as delay in payment, lending, borrowing without interest, and some other trust issues. And it introduces exchanges, lending and borrowing protocol, P2P, and wallet. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you so much for your team. And I would like to invite the next team now. The next team is Digital Mart, and we have two members in that team. The first one is Mr. Dominic, and the second one is Toby Yotujo. So you may start now.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon from this end. This is Dominic, the team lead of Digital Mart. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so I am going to share my screen right away to introduce firstly about Digital Mart. Then I'll show us just 1 second. Okay, all right. So the project is project name is Digital Mart, the marketplace where you can buy anything you want with a cryptocurrency directly in your wallet. And this project is built mainly on the ChainIDE Conflux Hydra Bootcamp in 2022. Okay, so firstly, the problem statement from research, we ran into some research to find out some certain things. We have discovered that from research, we have discovered that very few to limited online stores and companies are currently accepting cryptocurrencies as legal tender for payments. Thus, based on these facts, we at Digital Mart decided to bridge this gap. Then we also run some research to know that over 106 million people worldwide use cryptocurrency from their different countries. And also statistics has shown that Africa and Nigeria specifically is leading in the use of cryptocurrencies. So we also know that most persons have this problem of having to convert their cryptocurrencies to fiat. or their country's respective legal tender before they can be able to maybe make purchases, solve their personal needs. For example, now if you want to go and buy something in the market or go to a store or purchase some gadgets, your phone, a laptop and all those stuff, you have to convert your cryptocurrency. If, for example, you're a person like me, which all my holdings, all my assets, all my earnings is on cryptocurrency. So I will have to convert my cryptocurrency to fiat, Naira, before I have to be able to maybe make some purchases. So based on this chart shows that Nigeria has a very big market for cryptocurrency, followed by Vietnam, Philippines, Turkey, Peru, and so on. So based on the, we see that this is a very potential market. This is a very lucrative market that can yield a whole lot of income if invested properly into. So based on this, the motivation that we had was we deemed it fit that this is going to be a very big market to delve into. So we at Mart have sought for different tools and ways to bridge this gap. Thus, taking opportunity of the ChainIDE Conflux Hydra Bootcamp, we decided to build this marketplace, or you may call it an online store where crypto users can be able to purchase products of their choices with their cryptocurrency right in their wallets. So then, thus with this, we note that digital Mart will help ease the use of cryptocurrencies right in your wallet without you having to struggle on having to convert to fiat before maybe having to buy a phone, buy your chargers, buy electronics or stuff that you want to. So judging from the low fees of the Conflux network, the seller will have less concern about bogus fees of transactions or having to pay for delivery, which will be way higher. So you just get your product delivered right in your doorstep. So that is all for the presentation. I'll just show us a little on the product. Okay. Okay, so let me share. Okay, so this is the front end, the digital mats, and as you can see, it's just a very simple front end for now. Mostly, we just want to use this to show the possibilities which this project holds. So once you get to your product, you can select the items you want, and then as you select them, they are being added to the cart. So I'll just, once I'll get to my cart, you see the items that you selected right in your cart. So you have to connect your wallet firstly, and firstly, you know that you have to have MetaMask installed in your browser or your phone. So once I've connected my wallet, you discover that I was able to connect my wallet easily. So once you click on checkout, you will see that it will tell you if you have enough cryptocurrency, you will be notified if the cryptocurrency in your wallet is enough. So I will have to switch to my wallet where I have enough CFX to be able to make purchases. Okay, so once I click on the MetaMask will prompt me to approve my transaction. So once I approve the transaction, it will be confirmed, and the smart contract, which is handling the payments, is where the transaction, the tokens will be held. But once the payment is confirmed on the blockchain, you'll be able to check your transaction and monitor your products, and until it's being delivered to you. So for now, basically, we just had to build this to process the payments, and we still have more work to do, and we will still keep building the products more to actualize a very robust online store whereby you'll be able to make swaps, you'll be able to make your payments, track your payments, and everything from right in the front end. So once you see the transactions will be confirmed here on the Conflux testnet to show you that your payment went through, and then you would build something more to show the transaction and the tracking of your products that you bought. So for now, that is all I have to share. So my colleague Abdulaziz will share the smart contract, which is handling the payments of the digital marks. Abdulaziz.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I don't know if you guys could hear me. And yes, also, I don't know if you could see my screen.
Yes,
we can hear you and can see you.
Thank you very much. I'm glad that we have been opportune to show this product and see what we are having in mind to bring to the world. For it's just at its beginning stage, and we're hoping to implement so many features that could get to solve so many problems. So I'll start by showing you these are the import statements. We tried implementing the chain link integration, price integrator to make sure we get the live prices of every product regarding the Conflux network. And this is the interface that we use for implementing the whole digital market, digital Mart. This is the struct where you get to record every details of the product. These are the events that get to notify every details and everything that has to do with the marketplace and the product. These are the modifiers that get to check some information that has to do with the users and every vendor or any buyer that's in the marketplace. This is the, okay, let me start by explaining the constructor, where it's for you to accomplish the deployment of this smart contract, you need to input the admin address and the digital token, the digital Mart token. This is the get product. This is an internal function. It helps to keep records of every product being registered and every details. And this is the function that helps you to register your product. You get to write the ID, the description, the price, and the currency that you want to use, either using digital Mart or using the US dollars. This is the function that helps you to remove a product when you don't want it to be listed in the market. This is the product that helps you redeploy. This is the function that helps you to redeploy a product whenever you you change your mind towards a product if you want it back in the market or not. For the update function, this is a function where you get to add any features that you want whenever you're ready, or you decide not to. Depends on whichever idea you have in mind. This is the transfer product function that helps to confirm if a product has been transferred or not. And this is the purchase function that does the magic of making payments. That helps to calculate every single thing whenever you are to make a purchase and it's not up to the price. It shows, or it tells you or requires you to add more funds into your wallets. And let's not forget, not every function here that have been implemented UI yet. That's why it has. If not, trust me, it will be much more mind blowing. And this is the withdraw function where you get to withdraw. That's for each seller get to withdraw their funds after making sales. And these are the functions I use to test. So due to time, I won't want to display everything in practice because there are still other teams that are here to display their product. And thank you very, very much. I hope you get to understand my explanation. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the presentation, and your project seems very innovative. Some like Binance also use this for renting a room, and some airlines also using cryptocurrencies, like you can buy tickets using cryptocurrencies. I have one question from you. You used CFX tokens on your website. As we all know, CFX is a volatile token. Its price can change time to time. So how will you deal with that? Do you have any mechanism to deal with that? The volatility issue of token you used CFX, you didn't use like a stable coin. So how will you manage that?
We are having. That's why I don't know if you could still see my screen. I have reshared it. While implementing, we implemented two tokens. This is the GMT token, and while this is the US dollars. And this is the functions that help you to neutralize that as the USD to GMT token. It helps to neutralize anything that has to do with the volatility of the token.
Okay, so it means the price will be converted.
At the moment, it's not been. Yes,
So
that's
essentially,
when being purchased, it gets to be converted.
Yeah.
Okay. So essentially, for now, we just implemented Conflux CFX token, but we intend to incorporate all possible digital tokens, which would have to make the payments based on the price as at that time. So when once ever you're converting your transaction, it will be based on the price at the moment you made your transaction.
Yeah.
So we intend to implement all the tokens, CFX, we intend to use USDT, we intend to implement so many things. So we intend to make it a really robust app where you can also be able to swap tokens in the app as well.
Yeah.
So for now, due to the time limit, we could not be able to implement some of the functions on the smart contract in the front end, but we just did the basic MVP, which is just processing the transaction and showing that you can be able to buy products from the front end and your transaction will be processed and then your transaction will be confirmed in the blockchain. So we will still intend to implement
keep on building
the other keep on building the product after.
Because if you could see the register function here, you could put your ID, the name of the product, the description of the product, the price, that is the type of currency you want to use on that product. So depending on which currency you need or token you want. So as time goes on, we keep on building, and we believe we'll surprise the world. Thank you.
Okay, I understood, and I think some of other audience may also have question. I would like to say, if anyone have any question, feel free to ask.
It's Medan. Sorry, can you guys hear me? Like clearly?
Yes, you can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So basically, building a type of I mean, it's actually very interesting. Like building a type of like an e-commerce application or like a website that uses to like settle payments. Specifically, it's awesome because most of the time, whenever you try to buy some things online and you try to use your card and then they tell you your card is like rejected or something, then you start thinking, can I use cryptocurrency for this? So a lot of people have thought about the idea of using it, and the main issue that they come with, or that comes with it, is the issue of regulation. This is more or less like not like a question, like a suggestion. Just like just like they asked about the volatility of CFX, and you mentioned that you would want to integrate many other tokens. I would advise against that actually. The reason being that if you plan to actually integrate a lot of flavor of tokens, like let's say for example you integrate CUSDT, then CFX, then CRV, and so on and so forth, your platform looks like a rainbow. Like I think that's the best like vocabulary I can see. Basically, you are supposed to have a type of stable coin like CUSDT. That's and nothing else. You do not want to have a lot of tokens running around being used as collateral for products that you buy. So it is not advisable to have a lot of tokens. You are supposed to have just one, and that one is supposed to even be a trusted stablecoin that won't really lose its peg one way or the other. So that's just like my suggestion in terms of like the that is if you planning to take this you're planning to like improve it, just like you said. So I would advise against like having a lot of tokens. You get, having one token is enough. I mean, if I'm a user and I want to use your platform, all I just have to do is get that particular token that you support. I mean, integrating multiple tokens is a lot of problem, even for big platforms. Before they integrate tokens, they whitelist them and they go through quorum, community votes, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I actually love the idea, to be honest. I mean, it solves like a pain. Like, I mean, not only mine, but a lot of other people. If it's about me, I hate paying online with card. I prefer to pay with cryptocurrency, to be honest. So yeah.
Thank you very, very much.
All right, thank you very much, Timidan. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
I believe we are going to run to you on the process, on the long run, on building more on the product. We are going to run to you for more advice, and also he's too made some recommendations and some advice as well. So we are going to still run to you as well for more implementations and building of the project.
Yeah, and also what added to this was just me and Dominic are the only ones that got to sit down, because the other team members, as we all know, you can't force a human being. We had to sit down and think of how we could get to achieve all this, which we would keep on working till we get to see the end product. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Timidan, and thank you, the Digital Mart team. And I would like to invite the next team now. The next team is Haunted Finance, and their members are Evolution, Mr. Chris, and Mr. Courage. So I would like to invite them to introduce their project.
Okay, guys. Good day. My name is Evolution. I don't know if you guys can hear me. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes,
hear
yes,
you.
we can hear you.
I can hear you.
Very much. Okay. Before I start, I want to say a very big thank you to ChainIDE team and the Conflux team for you guys' support and the program we are going through. It was really nice, and it actually helped us to cover a lot and learn, and also be interested into the crypto space. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. So now, basically, I'll be talking about Haunted Finance, which is an agglomeratic stable coin. Now, the name Haunted is just kind of a meme name. Let's get spooky, something scary. It's just a scary name, just as a meme. And Haunted Finance is an agglomeratic stablecoin, as I said. So we're going to talk briefly on how it works and everything that makes this project unique and welcome into the crypto space. So let's start with the Haunted Finance. As I said, we have lots of cryptocurrencies out there. We have Bitcoin, we have Ethereum, we have USDT, we have a lot of tokens and coin out there. And what's left is something that is mostly unique. Now, if you could actually notice, sometimes we just buy probably $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency, and tomorrow you check in your wallet and you check it, you say 80,000. Then the next day you see 60,000. One thing about cryptocurrency is probably mostly either it increases or it decreases. It's actually not pegged. It's actually rise or fall. And most investors are not ready to actually take that risk. And that's why most people don't venture into cryptocurrency full time. But with the idea of stablecoin, a lot of persons are actually involving themselves in cryptocurrency because there's this risk reduced from just investing in cryptocurrency. If probably the only cryptocurrency we had was only the normal Bitcoin, Ethereum, and that, a lot of persons will run from it because there will be no stable coin to actually utilize your funds. So basically, one of the most important way or use of stable coin is the utilization of funds. Just like me, I would just get $100,000 worth of cryptocurrency, probably have $80,000 probably in stable coin, and have $20,000 invested in other cryptos. If I come tomorrow, I'm sure to see my $80,000 worth of crypto safe and still peg that was $80,000 safe. So now that's actually the basic of Haunted Finance. You see, Haunted Finance is actually coming into Conflux eSpace so that users can be able to secure their token in stable assets, whereby they know that if they want to use it in the future to purchase any other asset, it's easy for them and it's actually pegged to the popularly known price, the dollar. In most countries, if you rate the country like my country, Nigeria, our price is pegged to $1, which is $1 to 600 naira, and most that dollar we use to measure our currency. And with stablecoin, we can use it to do transactions and everything. So now the core token we have and what makes this project very unique is the three tokens, which are the Haunted Cash, the Haunted Bond, and the Haunted Shares. Well, I'm going to explain this trio for you. And this trio are actually what keeps this project moving and very, very standing. Now, this project has no expiration dates, means that it's going to be very unique, and other implementation is coming in and it's going to be wonderful by the community, by all supporters and everyone. So now I'm going to start with Haunted Cash. As I said, explaining stablecoin, I'm going to start with the Haunted Cash. Basically, this blue scary ghost right here. Yeah. So now, if you could see this blue scary ghost right now, the blue one is the Haunted Cash, which is our unique currency. It's actually the coin that is pegged to $1 USD. That is, this is our stable coin. Okay. Now you can actually use it as a form of exchange. Maybe you want to purchase something that when you know you have 500 Haunted Cash, it's just exactly 500 USD. It's pegged and it doesn't like fall or rise. It's actually the same amount. So if you actually have $10,000 worth of Haunted Cash, tomorrow is basically going to be the same $10,000 worth of Haunted Cash, probably 10,000 USD. No increasing, no falling, it's basic and it's wonderful. So now Haunted Cash is an agglomeratic stable coin pegged to $1 USD. The protocol designed this to expand and contract supply, which I'm going to explain to you guys how it's going to work. And so our aim in every Haunted Cash is peg it to what? $1, and it's intended to be used as a medium of exchange. The built-in stability mechanism expand and contract their supply, maintaining their peg to the USD token. Remember the US dollar. Wonderful. Okay, now let me explain something about the contraction. For now, contraction is basically the way when the price of Haunted Cash is below the pegged price, which the pegged price is $1 USD. If haunted cash basically goes below $1, probably let's say $0.85 or 85 cents, what's going to happen? That's where contraction actually comes in. Okay. Now with contraction, it actually means the token called haunted bond, whereby we auction the bond token to users now to get the stuff to funds to actually balance the token at its pegged price. While the expansion, whenever the price of the token is being over the pegged price, probably let's say more than $1, probably 1.115 cents, assuming. Now it's going to mint more token, more haunted cash, so it can actually balance it at its pegged price. Now that minted token is going to be used for shareholders. Okay. Now the minted token is going to be in the boardroom where those that have shares can actually stake in their shares and earn haunted cash that is being minted excessively from the increase in price. Okay, some are being stored in the treasury. So in case there's any deflation in price of it, more of the funds is used to balance the price of haunted cash. So now the haunted bond, as I said, promise the holders premium rewards when haunted cash price returns to a peg dollar. Now, if the price actually goes below $1, let's say 95 cents, we auction the token, that is the available haunted stuff. We auction it that people sell in their haunted cash, so we can actually bond them, so we can actually balance the price of haunted cash. Now we give them a reward, which is the haunted bond. Now the haunted bond is being held by users, and whenever the price of haunted cash now goes above the pegged price, we reward the bond users their haunted cash, and also with other rewards from it. So the haunted bonds are tokens designed to contract haunted cash supply. Okay, they can only be bought when the haunted cash price is below the pegged price, as I said. So now, contrary to haunted bond of the haunted finance, bonds in haunted cash do not have expiration date. So if you hold haunted bond in 1 month or in 1 year, it doesn't have expiration date. You can actually convert it to haunted cash whenever you want to do it. So that's one of the unique things about haunted bond. You don't actually miss out from anything. You can actually exchange it whenever you want to. So let's not waste time. Let's go straight to haunted shares. So now we have the haunted shares, the green scary ghost here up. So haunted shares, as I said earlier, when there's expansion, that the price of the haunted cash goes above the peg price, more is being minted, right? Good. Now, if you hold haunted share, you receive rewards from the more minted haunted cash. So now shares are medium of governing the protocol and receiving segment rewards through the boardroom. So if you actually look at our website, you'll notice there's a boardroom there, whereby you can actually stake in your haunted shares to earn haunted cash that is being minted excessively in order to balance the price of haunted cash. Now, haunted shares are an implementation of the signal shares paper, which the US used since 2014, in order to balance the price of dollar. And they are not pegged to anything. So it can actually be at any price. It can actually increase. Probably most of haunted shares actually go a very long way to actually increase in price. And they are not pegged to anything. As haunted shares adoption grows, so does haunted shares value also grow, as I said earlier. So increase in demand for haunted cash results in the new haunted shares to be minted and distributed to shareholders, providing that the treasury is sufficiently full. Holders of haunted share tokens can claim pro rata share of haunted cash tokens accumulated to the boardroom contract, as I said earlier. So if you're an holder of the haunted share and you have staked it in the boardroom, you have tendency to actually earn the haunted cash that is being minted in order to balance the price of haunted cash. So now the two user interface we have currently right now are the bank and the boardroom. Over the time, we're trying to start with governance and community ideas where people can actually support, make votes and everything. So they can tell us what we can implement and what they feel is advisable for this project to grow and make this project very, very unique in all crypto space, all crypto network and the whole blockchain. So now the banks allows users to create and add liquidity where they can actually stake their liquidity to earn haunted shares. Probably I actually buy haunted cash, or probably I have CFS and USDT and have a liquidity. I can actually stake it on haunted finance to earn haunted shares, a way a user can earn from this. And also users that earn haunted shares can choose to actually invest those haunted shares in the boardroom to earn our stable coin, our stable asset, the haunted cash. So basically, the boardroom allows users to what? Stake in their shares to earn dividends from it. So now there are a lot of ways to earn a lot, and you can actually earn from this project, not only just having the stable coin, but also staking them to earn massively from it. Okay, this stablecoin is actually one of the most unique stuff out there. And with stablecoin nowadays, you can actually have stablecoin on all networks, on all blockchain, on all projects, basically on marketplace, whereby you can actually purchase your product and you can pay with stable asset, probably with H cash, that is haunted cash, which is also stable. So that's one unique stuff of haunted cash. So this I think this is all for now, and I think this is very, very wonderful for now. I think that's all for now. So I don't know if you guys have any questions. I think it's question time. I don't know if you guys have questions, so I'll leave the mic to the house. Thank you very much. God bless. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Yeah, if someone have question, please feel free to ask. Yeah, I think we don't have any question. Would you show the coding part of your project?
Okay, sure. Okay. Okay, getting that. Okay, this is actually the user interface where we have the banks, as I said. So you have to connect it to Conflux testnet currently. We still have a lot of implementations to make in. So you can earn haunted shares, but as I said earlier, by providing liquidity. So you have to actually create more liquidity pool where you can earn haunted shares. We also have the bond. As I said, whenever the price is actually the stuff, then you can actually get bonds from here and also redeem your bonds. So this is the boardroom where you can deposit your haunted shares and earn inflationary rewards. That is the haunted cash. So I've actually approved mine. So you can just actually approve yours, which I've approved mine, and connect to. Let me just connect to my Conflux wallet. Okay. Okay, I'm yet to connect to it. Okay, not to waste time, I'll still come back to the MetaMask. MetaMask is not popping up. So you can actually check in your stuff. Okay, still connecting to Conflux. So you can actually check in your available Hcash, Hshares, and Hbond. But yet to mint them actually requires our minting. Our minting is based on community base. So our supply and everything is community based. So the community is going to be the one to vote, share their suggestions, and actually look forward to the growth of the project. So for our codes, okay, let me share the good. Okay, so this is actually the contract, and this is the front end here for our stuff. So in the contract, you could see we have our boardroom contract. We have the bond oracle, we have the haunted bond, we have the haunted cash, we have the haunted shares, we have the Stocknowledge oracle, and we have the treasury. More contracts are yet to be made. That is for the pools we're going to work on and everything. I think we had limited time, and we're doing more research in order to find ways that we can actually implement this project so that it can actually be stable, because we have issues of most stable coins going below the peg price. So we're still doing researches, and we're still doing a lot to actually make this project a very, very unique one on the ecosystem. So these are basically our contract here. So I think that's all for now. I don't know if
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for the presentation. And if anyone have question, please feel free to ask. Yeah.
Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
Okay, sorry. There is rain in the background, so I thought my voice would be was. Yeah, so I went through the repository,
Okay.
and I checked most of the contracts, and I saw that all, if not most of all the contracts are flattened contracts. So wanted
Okay.
to know why. Is there a reason you have like flattened contracts, like
Okay.
for all the files? Yep.
Okay, now we're still actually doing our research. Okay, we just built the interface. This is something that needs to be taken care of and managed properly, because we want to look into users' funds and something that the user will not invest and then at the end regret or cost the project. So we're actually taking our time to implement some stuff, and I think the limited time we couldn't implement a lot, but with more time, you're going to see it as something massive and wonderful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the issue, like, I know, I understand. I mean, I don't expect you to actually like build a stable coin, an algorithmic stable coin within 4 weeks or more. So I understand perfectly that you need a lot of time to actually do that. And the idea is awesome. The only thing I'm actually curious about is that the structure of the Solidity files you have consist of flattened contracts. What I mean by flattened contracts is that, for example, if you check checking your repository, I check the most of the contracts there, and I say that they are flattened. That is, they contain all the files. Like, how do I explain this? Like, whenever you want to verify your contract, even if your contract uses a lot of interfaces, a lot of libraries, and you flatten that contract, all the libraries and interfaces all come together to a file. You understand? So you can basically just compile that file. So, I mean, I was actually open. I mean, since it is being actively developed, you understand? I was actually hoping to see these Solidity files being different in their different directory structures. Like, you have your contracts in your normal contract folder, you have your libraries in your libraries folder, you have your interfaces in your but I actually see everything being flattened. Like, what I mean by flat, I see everything in a file, which suggests that one way or the other, they were maybe copied from a repository, like maybe a repository you have before. So my own is I'm just stating, like, on the directory structure of everything. You understand? Like, I just wanted to know why it was like, maybe you have written it before, maybe you used the repository. I mean, I, for one, I always make that mistake most of the time when I try and start a repository and I write some code, and then maybe the repository doesn't work, and you're like too lazy to fix it. So you just like create a new repository and like just copy the code into the new repository. So that is actually what I want to confirm. It's not there's nothing technical. It's just that. I mean, that's it. So yeah.
Okay, I'm really sorry for that. I'm going to look into that and I'm going to correct that. Okay, so really sorry for that. I'm going to make a correction on that. Thank you very much for your correction. I really appreciate it, Satimi. Thank you very much. God bless.
Okay, I'm nice, sir.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Timidan, once again for the comments. And now I would like to invite the next project team. The next one is Defund, and they have 2 team members in their project. The first one is Mr. Pascal, and the second one is Victoria. So I would like to invite them to present their project.
Okay, hello everyone, can you hear me? I'm Pascal.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Let me share my screen now.
Sure.
Okay, this is Defund. It's a decentralized fundraiser application built on Conflux blockchain. This project was inspired by ChainIDE and Conflux Bootcamp. So Defund is basically a fundraiser decentralized application where organization and individual can start their fundraising campaign and other people can donate to them. So Defund has other features like draw and mint NFT, play games to win NFT, send TFS token to anyone you like across the world. So this is the home page of Defund, how it works, and the footer. So basically, the first thing you need to do when you open Defund is to connect your wallet by clicking on this Connect Wallet button. And then it will ask you to connect with MetaMask or Fluent Wallet. You have to have these two installed on in your browser before you can be able to connect it. So if you don't have it installed, you should install it first before. So I'll use Fluent Wallet, then I'll click on it. It will ask me to connect my wallet. I'll click connect, and now it has connected my wallet to it. So if you're an individual on an organization that wants to start a fundraising campaign, all you have to do is to click on this new, and then you just have to input your information here, your name. Let me say charity, and then your website, charity.com, and then the image of the fundraising you want to do. Let me say charity.com/png, and then your Conflux address. That's where all the funds that are being donated to you will be sent to. So let me copy this address and paste it here. Now I have to write a description on what I want to do this, or what I want to use this form for, maybe to need or that, just, it could be anything. So let me write this. This is a charity, like that. So I just click on submit. Now it will tell me that a new fundraiser has been created. Now our team will receive all your requests and we'll go through it before we can approve it to be shown on our home page. So that will make sure that people don't just create fundraising thing without being verified that they are the real people using it. So, and if you're an individual, an organization, but you want to donate to some fundraisers over here, all you have to do is to click on this view more button below the fundraiser card. And once you click on it, it will take you to the fundraiser page. Here you can make your donation, read more about the fundraiser, and print your receipt. So this was deployed to Conflux blockchain. So here you can read everything about this fundraiser. You can click on learn more. This will take you to the fundraiser website where you can see everything they are doing with your funds, what they are using your funds for, and if you want to donate to them. So if you want to donate to them, you have to input the amount you want to donate to them in this input box in US dollars. So let me say, assuming I want to donate $20 to this fundraiser. Now you show me the amount of CFS I need to have in my wallet in order for me to make this donation. I'm using live CFS amount to predict this. So this value changes over time. You may open it tomorrow and put 20, it will show you 240. So it changes over time, it's not stable. So you can just click on donate to make your donation. And now it takes some time for it to make the donation, and then it will notify you that the donation has been made. And the money will be removed from your Fluent wallet. And below it are the donations I've made so far to this fundraiser. I can print the receipt by just clicking. Now it has told me donation. You have successfully donated $20 to the fundraiser. Perfect. If I refresh, you will see it over here as part of the donations I've made. And if I input like the money I don't have in my Fluent wallet, so I only have 1,400 CFS over here. So if I input more than that and hit donate, it will tell me not enough funds. Sorry, you do not have enough funds to make this transaction, which is understandable. So if I want to print the receipt of the donations I've made, I'll only click on this request receipt button, and they will tell me thank you for your donation to the Good Factory, the date I made the donation, and the value I donated to this fundraiser. I can print it and like show the fundraiser that I donated to them and all that. So that's basically it on how to create a fundraising campaign, how to make donation to a fundraiser, and how to print the receipts. So now let's move on to the other features of Defund. Defund gives you the ability to draw and mint NFT. So click on this draw and it will give you a board and a pen. So all you have to do is to pick a color. then draw it over here. You can pick any color you want. Let me say green, and draw it. And once you're done drawing, you can just scroll down. You will see clear grid. If you click on this button, it will clean all the things you have drawn on this paper and give you an empty sheet to start over again. But if you click on proceed, it will show you the NFT and ask you to preview it, preview NFT. That's what I've drawn now. So I can decide to edit it more, and I'll click on this edit button. I'll go back to edit it more. I'll choose to mint it by clicking on this mint. Now it will ask me to give the NFT a name. So I'll say my NFT and then a description. Let me say my new NFT. I can mint it by clicking on this mint NFT button. Now my NFT is being minted for me. I just have to give it some time for it to be minted. And once it has been minted, it will show me now my NFT has been minted. So now it's showing NFT minted. Your NFT has been minted successfully. Now I can click this button to go back to the draw page to draw more NFTs, mint it, and do whatever I want to do with it. And Defund, that's a game feature. Here, you can play games to earn NFT. Just scroll down. We have only one game available for now. Due to the time given to us to build this project, we couldn't add more games. So we only added one game called Wrong Side. Click on it and then play game using default NFT. So yeah, all you have to do to play this game is to click on play and the game will start. So all you have to do is to be avoiding the cars coming downwards. If you get hit by the car, you will be eliminated from the game. So now you see, game over, your score is 131. I can retry and try as much as possible to get a score higher than 500 to claim my reward NFT. So you can retry by clicking this button and then you can start the game over again and win your reward NFT. So moving over to the dashboard, here you can view your profile, your wallet address, the wallet that is being connected to this Defund, and balance, the amount of CFS token you have on your Fluent wallet. So due to the donation I made to that fundraiser, my balance has changed because I donated $20 to them. So it was 1,400 before. Now it has reduced to 1,167. So that's why it's showing only this here. So the transaction here, this is the transaction count, the amount of transaction I've made with my wallet. If I make another transaction, this will change to 101. And here my NFTs. Here, all the NFTs you have minted and the ones you have on your wallet will be shown here, but my team are working on it. We couldn't finish it before the deadline, but we'll be working on it and make sure to finish it in the nearest future. So this send NFT, yeah, you can send CFS to anyone you want across the world just by inputting the amount of CFS you want to send to the person. Let's say I want to send 30 CFS to some address. Let me take the address of my first account. Let me copy it and paste it here. So now let me send 30 CFS from my connected account to this other account. Let me click send. Now it's sending it. Now CFS successfully sent. So if I check my account now, now you see it has increased from 250 to 280. It's fast. So that's basically it on how Defund works, what you can do with it, how to start up a fundraising campaign, how to donate to a fundraiser, how to print the receipt, how to draw and mint NFT, how to play games and win NFT, how to send CFS token to anyone you want to send it to across the world. All the code I wrote for this project can be found in my GitHub repository. I'll push it there from ChainIDE, so you can go there to modify it. It's open source, anyone can use it. That's it, guy. Thank you for the boost.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Pascal, for the very clear explanation of your project. And you have introduced many things in your project, games and sending tokens from one wallet to another, and many other things. So I would like to say, if anyone have any question, please feel free to ask. Yes, Mr. Timidan, do you have any question or any suggestion this time?
Yeah, sorry, I'm sorry. Can you guys hear me? Like, is the background noise too much?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I was just worried about the background noise. Yeah, I mean, wow. It's actually like a lot of stuff packed into the stuff. Like, I mean, it's the idea of having like the ability to actually allow people to come together and like bring together funds for a particular project or a particular cause is a very good thing. I mean, so it's basically doing something tangible, or should I say something that is needed. And also, I think while I was testing the DApp, I'm just saying there might be some functions that you might not need. I mean, it's a you call it Defund, right? And the main usage, or should I say the main function of Defund, is to allow people to create campaigns, to create courses, and then allow anybody to actually come and donate to the course, right? One way or the other. So, I mean, having something like an NFT generator there, it's a little bit over the board, especially. I mean, it would be nice to like only focus on that particular function that you want it to do. I mean, what I mean by focus is that, I mean, when I was checking the smart contracts, I saw the structure of the contracts and everything, and I saw that there was no gas, there was no gas golfing. I mean, everything was just, even though you could use lower data types for some things, you use higher data types, which is understandable because, of course, you don't need to like do those type of things on Conflux. So like I'm just used to it. Like whenever I see smart contracts and I'm like, oh, you can optimize this to use less gas. But of course, when you're on Conflux, you don't think about things like that. I'm just saying, most of the things that you built, it's like it's a lot. I mean, you showed the game, you showed the NFT minter. I mean, that's a lot for a product that is supposed to like do something like allowing people to donate to something. I mean, it would be cool if the amount of time invested, I mean, it is actually a nice thing for me to donate, right, to something. I get an NFT for my donation. That's awesome. It's like a receipt. It's like something I can show to other people and say, oh yeah, I donated to something like this. But then it's that can be done in an easier way than having, you have the NFT minter generator, you have the others. It will take it took a lot of your time, if I guessed right. Like I know it took a lot of the time to actually implement those stuffs. So yeah, it's actually a very nice idea. I'm just saying, like, most of the things you have, you might not even need it, since you are actually planning to like focus on what Defund solves exactly, which is donating to something. So you can focus on that, try to make it better, try to bring in advanced concept, like, okay, instead of you just having a smart contract that will just store people's balance, why don't you use a type of a Marco tree and so on and so forth. So that would have been awesome. But yeah, it's actually a very good idea. And I also checked the smart contract and I love the structure too. I was just frowning at the gas. So yeah, that's yeah, I think that's all from me.
Okay, thank you, Timida. I've learned my lesson. Thank you.
Okay, and I also have a very simple question. Like,
Okay.
how will you verify the fundraising agencies? Like, what are the requirements for them to get listed on the Defund?
Okay, since you registered with your website, we'll contact you through your website and know if you are an authenticated user, like you are not using the money for rubbish and you use it for something tangible. So that's why we say that you should put your website there. That's how we are going to contact you.
Okay, okay, thank you. And thank you, Mr. Timidan, once again. And now it's time to invite our next speaker, next project. The next project is Space Network. And the team members are Mr. Ahmed and Mr. Richard. So I would like to invite them to present their project. Yeah. Mr. Ahmed, we cannot hear you. Yeah, you may need to unmute your mic. Sorry, we still cannot hear you.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, now we can hear you.
Okay, okay. Good day, guys. I'm Ahmad Awal from the Team Space Network. So I'm here to present the Space Network project. So actually, Space Network is a multi-chain asset bridge on complex space. What I mean by multi-chain asset bridge is
Ahmad, sorry, we cannot hear you clearly. There is much noise behind you. Would you please change your location?
okay.
Okay, you may start now. Ahmad, can you hear me? Yeah, I think there is some problem with Ahmad. We may need to wait for some time. Yeah, I think he might have some internet problem or some other issues. We wait for him for a moment. Yeah, at the same time, I would like to thank to all the participants of the project competition and for like their hard work and introducing very awesome projects. And at the end of demos, Mr. Ahis, we will invite to Mr. Ahis for announcing the winners of this Hydra Developer Bootcamp. And he will be giving the closing ceremony. Yeah.
Hello, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly now. Yeah, you may continue with your presentation now. We can hear you. I think he again has some problem. Yeah, some friends are saying like it is raining there and maybe the raining caused the internet problem. Sorry for the inconvenience and we wait for some time. Okay, so Mr. Ahmad is back with us.
Hello, I'm Ahmed from the Team Space Network. On behalf of my team members, I'm here to present our project name. The project name is the Cool Loop. The Cool Loop is a bridge on Conflux space that offers unlimited asset and NFTs transfer across blockchains that is run by Space Network. Unlike many other bridges, it brings the first NFT bridge on Conflux space. Like we always say, always stays in the loop with Space Network. Now let's look at how Space Network, how the Cool Loop works. The Cool Loop is mainly for transferring assets between blockchains, between two networks or more than two. So let's start by looping a token. Let's loop BNB. Balance matching native asset. Let's loop it to Conflux Network. We start by connecting our wallet by clicking on the connect button. Wallet is connected. Let me change my meta. As you can see, we are connected to the BSC testnet. Now I'm selecting the token that I want to transfer to Conflux Network. Let's wrap Defund. The target chain is Conflux space. You can change the target chain if you want. We are targeting the Conflux space. The token that will be the output token. This will be wrapped BNB. Wrapped BNB 0.1 and the address that we receive token. So this is how we want how we going to provide the charges the transfer. So we are already using the manual payment. So let's just click on the next. Yeah. As you can see, I'm now connected. And what I need to do is to transfer the token to the loophole to complete. Yes, let's transfer. Are you sure you are about to perform this transfer? We are sending BNB from the Mart chain to wrap BNB to Conflux Space Network. The tokens you will receive are loop wrap tokens that will need to be exchanged for native asset. So confirm the transaction. transaction has been confirmed. Hitting the verification. See, it's getting confirmed. As you can see, the transaction has been processed and the token has been sent to the Conflux space. Now all I need is to redeem the token. Transaction has been done today. We are done with the transfer. Let's check how the NFTs work. I have some NFTs on Polygon with Stripe using them Conflux. Let's select the token ID 1. The contract address is I think, yeah, is empty. So this is the NFT that we want to transfer. Just by clicking next, and the pop-up notification to promote works. And I will send the transaction switch network. Target chain is Conflux space. So the gas fee is 0.0004 Ethereum. That will be the magic or Conflux native token. And I will click on the next. Initiating transaction. I return my MetaMask, get a pop-up notification that I can transfer the token. Sign confirm the transaction, then transaction get initiated. The transaction has been confirmed and start. Sign on the transaction with my MetaMask wallet. Yeah, the transaction is going. transaction does not as eventually Polygon sometimes have network congestion. And I'm timing this record to almost 10 minutes, so I think I'm cutting it from here. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ahmed.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, that was not planned. There is network giving me issue here. I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry for that.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, so this was the last project. And if anyone have question or suggestion, feel free to ask.
Hi. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I have two questions. The first one is concerning the video. Sorry, it won't take long. So the video in the demo, the last bridge you did was an NFT bridge, right? Like you bridge your NFT from one network to another. Sorry, just want to confirm which what network is the source and what network is the destination? Like it was from which network? Just to confirm.
The first network was Polygon Matic network, and the target chain was Conflux Space.
Conflux Space. Okay, that makes sense. Secondly, so I was checking through the submission, but I didn't really see like a should I call it a summary? Because personally, through experience, I know building a bridge is not easy. So can you like summarize how your bridge works, the protocol it follows, or something like that? Like how does it work? It shouldn't take long, since I mean you built it, so I mean it should like take like minutes. Yeah, just don't want to waste time. So can you summarize how it works?
Yeah. I think.
Sorry.
Okay. So in a simple word, it's like with it's a complex space network. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Okay.
I can.
I was saying that we have. Okay, I was saying that we have smart contracts deployed both on the Conflux space network and the Matic network. Let's say the target chain and the sending chain. So the target chain, okay, the sending chain get a message. The transaction occurs like it is an message. When the when the sending chain locked the asset, then it sends the transaction to we have a network called Guardian Network, where that's where the messages are getting verified and sent to the other smart contract. When the first smart contract receives the message, it then casts the message to the network, and on the network we have some nodes that verify messages. So when the message gets verified by the node and it takes the messages and pass it to the target chain. And when the target chain receives the message, it means exact amount that is locked on the sending chain. It's like a wrapping. It's wraps. When the message passes to the target chain, it means exact amount of what was locked on the sending chain, and then you get the wrap token. It is a deployed wrap token. You get it, the wrap token, and if you want to use the wrap token, we have something that is called liquid market. That's where we will go and sell the wrap token and receive native asset of the target chain. It happens like that.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so in your video, during the first bridge, you bridged from BSC testnet to Conflux, to Conflux space, and in the second one, you bridged from Polygon to Conflux space. So
that's because my NFT, I have an NFT on the Matic.
Yeah,
that's because I have an NFT on the Matic.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah. So you mentioned nodes, and in the submission, there is no mention of like any architecture, any node. So I want to ask, these nodes you talk about, did you set them up for these 3 networks within the hackathon time? Or,
no,
I think that, sorry, not to waste your time, let me just make it easier. Like so it won't like take time. How do these nodes work?
Yeah.
Because blockchains, as far as I'm concerned, blockchains cannot communicate with each other natively. So you mentioned nodes. I think that makes sense. Yes. I think that's the best way. So how do they work?
The nodes is like a different blockchain, created for that message verification. It's a network. It's a different blockchain that get the message and verify it.
Okay.
Hope you understand.
Okay. So can you?
That's the nodes I'm talking about. It is a different.
Yes, I understand. So can you show me? Sorry, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, I think I thought it was my network, sorry.
I think Ahmed again have some internet problem.
Oh, I just wanted to actually confirm one last thing before his network went off or something. I think we can move on because of time.
Okay, yeah, that was the last project, and you may search for the projects on the white matrix on the GitHub. I would share the link here. Sorry, Ahmad, we still cannot hear you clearly. Hello. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think he again have some problem. Maybe, yeah, later we can discuss in the Telegram group. Yeah, now I would like to tell, like, you can search about all the projects in the Hydra Developer Bootcamp here, github.com white matrix Hydra Developer Bootcamp. You may note down this URL and can search for all of these projects and find the code for these projects, the videos, and the presentation. And I would like to thank all the teams and the team from Conflux and ChainIDE, especially Mr. Ehes, Mr. Timidan, and Mr. Chuta, Chimezi, Mr. Charles, and all the other members who joined the video lectures and yeah, who participated in the Hydra Developer Bootcamp. And now I would like to invite Mr. Ahis to announce the winners of this Hydra Developer Bootcamp and give a closing ceremony. Mr. Ahis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you so much, Ali. Can you hear me? Can everybody hear
yes.
me?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
can
can
hear
hear
you.
you.
Great, great. It has been a very long journey to get to this point, and I really would like to appreciate all the members, all the teams that have come together to make this a success, from the ChainIDE to the Conflux team, and all the members that have come together to make this happen. I mean, your effort has brought us to this point. We started off with about 15 teams, and then we're ending this session with 6 teams in the final, right? And it has been an amazing session, a lot of back and forth. I know even this hasn't been a very great experience because of the weather and internet connections here and there, but we made it work, we made it happen. Congratulations to everybody that has pulled this through, that has come together to make this happen, right? Before I announce the 5 teams that made it, there are 6 teams that made it to the final, but we would have 5 teams that will be going away with gifts, right, from this boot camp. But before I announce that, I would like Timidan to just quickly share some technical briefs on how the team did in general before I announce the winners.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it won't take time. I'm like literally trying to like jump back to the page that's like everything. I actually made a little note of this stuff. Okay, yeah, starting from Defund. Yeah, so basically I looked at Defund smart contracts, and just like I said earlier on, it could do with a little bit of like gas optimization, but I mean, if you're on Conflux, you don't need to care about that. So I looked at the smart contract, I looked at the interface, and it's actually awesome. The UI is should I say, it's actually user friendly, and yeah, it should actually users should actually have a great user experience, especially when browsing through it for the first time. So yeah, kudos to you guys. I mean, it was awesome. And just like I said, I played the game, the car racing game. So my future request is that just make sure I can use my keyboard instead of the mouse. You get that way, it's easier for me to get my NFT as fast as possible. So yeah, so kudos to Defund. Going on to Digital Mart team. So basically, let me just say this: Digital Mart team, just like I said, they are the ones that I've been waiting for one way or the other. Shop online, and I don't like paying for things online with my card. It's annoying. So if there's something that can actually allow you to shop online and then allow you to use cryptocurrency directly, then it is something I'm very interested in. I mean, I checked the contract too. The actual thing I actually loved most about Digital Mart was the UI, the simplicity of the UI. I mean, that's how a good UI is supposed to be. It's supposed to be simple, elegant, and minimal. It doesn't need to have like all these unnecessary details that users will try to figure out on their own. So the UI for Digital Mart was awesome. It was simple, it was minimal, and yeah, it's conveyed all the messages it was supposed to convey. So yeah, that's awesome work. So quarter finance, yeah, our algorithm is still finance. So I'll stand by my word, just to say, you guys tried. It was actually awesome. Like personally, I don't fully understand the math behind algorithm mixed stable coins, because it's just too complex, especially when you talk about markets that deal with both liquid and illiquid tokens. I think during the last call, then we're talking about the type of stablecoin they have, and yeah, it was thanks. So it was nice. I checked, just like I said, your smart contracts, it would be good to like structure them into folders, you understand, so that anybody checking your repo can literally just jump into the contract folder and check out this, jump into the library folder and check out the libraries, instead of like bringing everything into one file as a flattened contract. So yeah, that's my own. Space Network. I checked out Space Network, and I think before his network went off, I actually wanted to ask him concerning the nodes. So Space Network actually submitted submitted a link for the repository to their code. And while I clicked that link, it actually took me to where their code was, but it was the wormhole v2 code. So I wanted to confirm if they actually forked it and made some changes to it. And I was actually curious to know what changes, because wormhole is actually a very big protocol, like very big and very complex. And the nodes they talked about are very complex things too. So I wanted to actually confirm what they actually improved on, so I can understand more. So yeah, not much to say about Space Network since it's based on wormhole v2. And finally, Haunted Finance, the ability for you to create, I think, permit me to call them pauses, like a pause. You allow people to join your pause. So the ability to actually create a type of pause, and then allow people to join your pause or maybe course, and then make them donate to it. It's actually cool. You could actually, morph. You could a little bit like change that particular idea to something like what do they call it here in Nigeria? This type of stuff that some certain amount of people come together to like contribute, and then one person goes away with the total amount of money, perhaps each month. I think they call it cooperative societies. It does what Haunted Finance would actually be cool for that, since I mean one person could just create an organization, and then you have like 10 people come into the organization, maybe donating $10, right? And then someone goes away with the $100, and then the next month someone else goes away with it. I mean, that makes sense since it is trustless, and there's no way for someone to take that money twice, which is what we deal with here in Nigeria when you do it the traditional way. So yeah, that's I mean, sorry, I know I took a lot of time, but yeah, that is all. And yeah, thank you guys for like putting some effort into this. Some of the smart contract code were actually elegant, nice, and of course they were minimal. And the UIs too were very beautiful. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right, thank you so much, Timidan. Thank you for that. I would like to ask, from all what Timidan has said, I want to get 3 of the team leads to speak on some things if they want to clarify anything Timidan has said briefly. I think we'll just give like 10 seconds each for 3 team leads to speak on whatever they want to speak about that Timidan has said so far. If you have any response to what he said, or you want to clarify something, then you can just go ahead before we proceed. But before we do that, I would say, so the funds will be distributed in this order, right? So the first position will be going home with a $3,000, while the second position will go with a $2,000, third position, 1,000, fourth position, 500, and then the fifth position will go with 300, right? So I would start announcing the winners when I hear from 3 of the team leads. If they have anything to say, I'll start announcing from the fifth position to the first position. So I'm open to taking your suggestions or your comeback to what Timidan has said.
Okay, I don't know if anyone's saying anything.
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Timmy. I really appreciate your support and the correction you made. Sorry, my project is kind of Haunted Finance, and based on the alignment of the contract. Okay, I will look into it, and I want to say a very big thank you to you for your observation. It's going to really help me to actually move on and actually make this project something wonderful. Thank you very much, Sir Timmy. God bless.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Haunted Finance. I think I really like your project. From all the projects that were submitted, I liked the concept, what you're building. I want to know more about how it would work, being that we see what's happening with UST at the moment, right? We don't want affliction to arise a second time, right? So I'd like to know how your project works, but that will be at a later time, right? But yeah, does any other team member have anything else to add from what Timmy Dan said?
Yeah, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's the name and
thank you very much, everyone. Thanks to the judges. Thanks to Timmy Dan and everyone for this opportunity. We are really, really grateful for that. So I just want to say something concerning what Timmy Dan said. He was right about what we are building, because that's just exactly the description of the first category on quarter finance. You know, when people come together to donate and contribute, and after at the end of the period, they give it to one person to use it for anything he wants to use it for. But based on quarter finance, our architecture demands that the time and period does not elapse or exceed 255 days. But a lot of times, the smart contract try to bring it down to like less than 2-3 days. It's for a short period of time, so that the rotation can easily come and go on time. So that's one of the things. Then the second category that quarter finance solve is the fact that an average person in Nigeria saves at least 100 naira, let's say, a week. Okay. So we are looking for a way to blend both Web3 and Web2 together to make this happen, so that when people save to that Hydra man, automatically they are using our platform without having the knowledge that they are interacting with the blockchain. And then while they are saving, they are also earning, instead of keeping their money somewhere and inflation eats up. And inflation goes up all the time. The price of dollar to naira is, changes, and before you know, your 1,000 naira turns to 300 naira, turns to 500 naira. You understand what I mean? So that's what inflation does to our naira, and that's one of the ways we're trying to help people, out of that loop. Yes. So thank you very much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you, Isaac. Thank you so much. One more person, then I start announcing the winners. Okay, so if we don't have anybody else that wants to give a feedback on what Timmy said, I would just go straight into announcing the winners. I would also like to say that all the videos from all the sessions that we had throughout the bootcamp would be available on the Conflux Africa Leadership website, which is the CAL's website. It is the cal.confluxnetwork.org, right? So if you want to check out any video as a developer, it will be uploaded there on the labs section. It will be uploaded there soon. So we can always go back there, check out some videos if or any of the tutorials that would be helpful to you in building whatever you are building, right? Great. So thank you. So I would start with the 5th person on the list. And drum roll, right? The 5th person on the list, and congratulations to Haunted Finance for participating. You are the 5th person on the list. Big thanks for participating, and we hope to see more of your work, right, as we go on in this. Right, and then for the 4th person would be, I'm trying to do the drum rolls, guys. For the 4th person, I'm putting some suspense to this. 4th person would be Space Network. So Space Network would be the 4th project on the list, right? Congratulations to Space Network. You did really well. We admire what you did. And then for the 3rd project on the list would be Quarter Finance. Quarter Finance did really well as well. Their project is unique and kind of complex from what the judges have measured in terms of technicality, right? is a great project. And the second project for this Conflux Labs would be Digital Mart. Digital Mart came second in the Conflux Labs. Well done, Digital Mart. I really like your idea. I remember the meeting we had, and when I was trying to help you out with shaping the products that you release over time, right? Yeah, it is an interesting one, and I'm happy to have you as the second place. For the first, we would have Defund as the first. So congratulations to Defund. Congratulations to everybody that participated, the 15 teams and then the 5 teams that came out as winners. It has been an interesting journey. We like what you're building. I think there is more to come. This is not the end of the journey. You have a chance in doing more things with Conflux eSpace and Conflux Core. You should just continue what you're doing. I think when you get to a certain point, you can also apply for our grant scheme, right? It is bigger and better than this, right? So continue building, and I'll see you at the top. Congrats. Ali, would there be anything else you would want to say?
Maybe you can announce the winners again once, very quickly.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah, very
So
quickly.
Okay. I'll start from the 5th position. 5th position would be Haunted Finance. 4th position would be the team Space Network. 3rd position would be Quarter Finance. 2nd position would be Digital Mart. And then the 1st position is Defund.
Yeah, I think there is a problem with the positions. I think Haunted Finance is on 4th number and Space Network is on 5th rank. You may check once again.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
Let me just check it.
Yeah, the ranks, the share in the file shared with me, the ranks, like Defunds is the number
Defunds
1 and
is
digital.
number 1. Yes.
Yeah.
Then Digital Mart, Quarter Finance, then Space Network is
number 5th. Yeah, rank 5th.
Okay, 5th is Haunted Finance. That's what I said. I'm correct.
Sorry, the 5th is Space Network and the 4th is Haunted Finance. If you see the last row,
I see.
column, yeah.
I see.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you may announce once again clearly.
Okay.
Quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry
so
for the confusion.
Okay. So Space Network is 5th, then Haunted Finance 4th, 3rd is Quarter Finance, then Digital Mart is 2nd, and then the 1st position is Defund.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahis. I think it should be very clear to all the teams, and we will announce and post the result in Telegram group also. And feel free to share our Telegram with other friends. And you may watch the videos on Conflux Network, on ChainIDE, YouTube also. I think that was all for today's lecture, and thank you so much for being with us during the whole bootcamp. And we will be keep arranging these types of bootcamps in future also. So stay updated and connected with our Telegram group. Thank you so much. Have a good time.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Ahis.